So my goal for this screencast or this tutorial is to show you how you can really, I guess, jazz up your Nearpod lesson. Some of this content will just blow your mind. I really do think this tool is the answer. So what I'm going to do is start out here at the home icon, the house up here in the corner. And as you can see here, my screen is kind of busy with lessons. These are lessons I've saved or lessons I've made over here on the right hand side. And if you watched the last video, we went to Nearpod Lesson Library. And I was acting as if I was a second grade teacher looking for a life cycle lesson. So I used the search box. You can use the filters. And we practiced previewing a lesson. And then, assuming we liked it, we added it to our library. If you notice, and we'll come to the button to add it to my library. Now, once it's in your library, you can show in my library or come to the house. You may want to improve it. So what you can do is you can come over to a lesson, and if you notice, when I hover over top, there's an edit button right here. Go ahead and click edit. It asks you if you want to edit the lesson as is or if you want to make a second copy. Well, if you're worried about messing up the original, you can duplicate it. But since I borrowed it from someone else anyhow, I'm just going to edit it directly. It won't affect the original author's copy. Now, so maybe you like some of the slides, maybe you don't. If you found a slide you didn't like, let's say I wasn't crazy about the sway, you can simply just click it and right-click and delete. Yes, I want to delete that slide. And you can get rid of the slides that maybe you don't want or you're not crazy about. So how do you add new slides? If you see the button here, Add Slide, you'll notice that there are a lot of options available. I'm going to start with the most boring and bland of the options, and then we'll get to the spectacular in just a moment. So if I come over here to add content, I want to start here with this slide. This is very similar to a typical PowerPoint slide you might see. If you want to add, a lot of times I'll use these for my learning targets or introduction. So I'll choose a theme that I like, and I might call this life cycles. And you have the ability you can upload an image from your computer, you could even add a video, or you can just simply add text here and type in, pardon my typos, we can type in just anything you like in the box. If you like it, just hit save and exit. And you might wonder, well, where did that slide go? If you scroll down to the bottom, as soon as it saves, it will appear here, but then you can just drag it to any position in the presentation that you like. So if you want it as your first slide or your second slide, you can go ahead and do that. Now for the more fun stuff. So if we come back to Add Slide, we'll come here. You notice we have three choices. Let's go back to Add Content. Now down here at the bottom, there are a lot of options here. If I were to start with, let's say, Flowcabulary, we've got a lot of nice videos here, educational videos. If I search for frog, we'll see what we can find. And I might say, well, that's a winner, or I can preview it if I'm uncertain. So I'll go ahead and click preview so you can get a these videos are like. I don't know if you can hear my computer audio, but it's a really catchy song your kids will love. So I'm going to go ahead and click add. And of course the video appeared at the bottom, my Flowcabulary video, and I can just slide it into position wherever I'd like to show it off in my presentation. Now, let's go ahead and experiment with some other content that's pretty fantastic. Nearpod 3D is amazing, but the content's very limited. They actually did not have anything on the frog, but they do have a lot of stuff. I'll just give you a quick preview. A lot of science-related things and social studies related 3D objects, but just for the sake of you being able to see what it looks like when you add it to your presentation, I'm going to go ahead and add a T-Rex. You've seen Jurassic Park. T-Rex, I guess, has everything to do with frogs. Now, or I should say, if you've read the book Jurassic Park, that would be a better response from me. So if we come back to app content, we'll try out this Now, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. I'm going to call it PHET or P-H-E-T. These are science simulations. So if Ms. Roberts is listening to this video, or if you're teaching math, you might be very much interested. It's kind of STEM math explanations here. So if you wanted to do a math Nearpod, this would help you out in a major kind of way. Obviously, it ranged from elementary to high school. Now, I don't find anything here that I like, and if you ever do come to them and you don't like it, just hit the X or hit the cancel at the bottom. If it gives you the option, you can try another feature. If I come to Field Trip, I really love these virtual reality field trips. I could search pond, or I could search the word frog and just see what's available. Maybe I want my students to take a look at the habitat. So all I would need to do is click on one, and I can preview it just to show you what the kids will see. This is where they can pick up their iPad or their device, or they can simply click with their mouse to see a 360-degree view of a frog's habitat, or anywhere in the world you'd like to show them for any particular lesson. And all we have to do is click Done, and if we'd like to add it, we click Save and Exit. Oh, pardon me. No sense going back in Field Trip, but if you wanted to add it, again, you just click Done, and it should appear at the end of your list here. There it is, Field Trip. So pardon me, I guess I didn't look carefully. So we'll add the Field Trip slide here. And maybe, just for the sake of touring some more content, if we were to come over BBC video, you might find something great there. Environment, living species, you might find something on your topic. And please notice the other categories on the left-hand side too. I won't spend forever there. We'll move on to just another impressive feature. If we come to video, you'll notice there's a YouTube box at the top. You can search right here for YouTube videos, or if you have a link already found, like I found this great video right here, all you have to do is come down to where it says Share, copy the YouTube link, then come back to your Nearpod, paste the link here, and there it is. I had to hit the search button and then click on it, then click Save. And that also appears at the end of my presentation for me to rearrange anywhere I like. So it's that simple to insert a YouTube video. And that's not all. If you come back, there's even more. You could upload an audio clip, Twitter. It just really goes on and on, the potential you have. But that's not all. We can come to web content. This is where you can integrate a web page. You could make a web quest if you like to, but maybe I just want to have them come to my web page here about the coolest frogs and toads in the world. So if I really love this web page and I previewed it and I know it'll be okay for my students to go to, I can come up here and just copy at the top, copy the web address, the URL, and simply paste it in the box. And click Save. And then a slide appears that will automatically bring them to that web page when they go through their Nearpod. So after you've added a website, maybe you want to see what other options are available. I'm not going to take time to do them all. Flipgrid does allow you to add your URL to connect Flipgrid if you are a teacher who loves to use Flipgrid. Also, if you have some younger students, memory is a really fantastic tool. If I were to type in, for example, frog, I can slide over a picture of a frog. And then maybe I want them to find matching pairs of tadpoles. I can slide over a pair of tadpoles. Eggs. Maybe frog eggs. And you've got the idea, and what it will do when you fill out the pictures is that it will shuffle them And then we'll have this memory activity right there in the middle of your presentation too. I'm not going to save this one, but I'm going to close out of it. I just wanted you to take a look. Another activity I'd like to show you is fill in the blanks. This is a lot of fun. You can paste your text from another activity or from a paragraph. You can copy and paste directly in the box, or you can type like I just did. Then watch what happens when we click next. It says click the words on the right to add to the word bank. It's as simple as this. When we click done, it's compiled a fill in the blank activity. If you want to know what it looks like, what we can do, or if you want to know what any of the slides look like you added, all you have to do is come down here. Sometimes I like to save and exit first before I preview. Hover over your presentation and just click preview, and this is what the students will see when you are finished. That was the introductory slide we created. This is the 3D model we added in. You can spin it. The students will love this if you can somehow incorporate that into your lesson. Let's try out another one of our slides here. Vocabulary kind of metamorphosis rap video. That's enough of that. This is our virtual field trip to a pond we've included in the lesson. Traditional slides. This is an example of a short answer question. Come to some of our newer slides left at the end. Oh, a quiz. If you didn't know what the quiz questions look like when you add them, it can be multi-choice, and they can move on to a question at a time. This quiz says it was 4 questions. I just want to show you what that looks like. So I hit next, answer the next question, next, next question, next, final question, and carry on. YouTube video that's integrated. They don't have to leave to an unsafe place to watch a YouTube video that you've made for them. And, oh, this was the website we went to. It can safely direct them to any web page you'd like them to go. That's when we pasted in that web address. And our fill in the blank activity. I like to learn about jelly and tadpoles. Frog eggs are like frogs. Maybe not. And so I hope you enjoyed that introduction. I hope you experiment and find out just how easy this is.